The Charlie Kirk incident is way worse than the JFK incident. Now, guys, why do I say that Charlie Kirk was worse than JFK? Yes, JFK was the president of the United States. When he got popped, the world felt it. The country almost shut down. Everybody was sad. In fact, anybody who was alive when JFK, was murked, they'll tell you exactly where they were when they heard that story. But the problem with JFK is that for decades, they were able to get away with a lot of the lies until people started diving deeper, and then it started getting out into the world that, maybe JFK was shot by somebody else other than Lee Harvey Oswald, right? The guy in the library with the rifle that got off 3 shots like nothing, like bing, bing, bing. And then the internet steps in and it gets worse. And now the JFK case is opened again years later because a lot of people are seeing a lot of inconsistencies with that story. Charlie Kirk, on the other hand, out of the gate, as soon as he hit that ground, people already started, theorizing, and conspiracy theories were running rampant, including myself. I was like, somebody else did it. It wasn't this kid. And we all pretty much figured it out right away that this was definitely more to the story, like right out of the gates. Again, with JFK, I'm going to say this much. It took years for people to be suspicious, or at the very least, for a lot of people to be suspicious at any given time. With us, a lot of us were suspicious right away as soon as Charlie Kirk got it, because we just saw so many red flags immediately because of technology. That technology wasn't available for JFK, obviously. So now, guys, looking at what's going on with the FBI. Supposedly, Kash Patel does not want to entertain any kind of foreign actors who might have been involved. Kash Patel doesn't want to probe or have any probes in any kind of international foreign interference, meaning somebody from another country probably doing this, and he doesn't want to entertain any of that. That in itself is a red flag. The problem that I'm noticing with that story is that you read another paper and they're like, we're not, that never happened. We're just, having a little bit of issues with the findings in the case, and that's about it. So they were trying to backtrack on the fact that he didn't want any kind of investigation when it leaned or went in the direction of some kind of international actor or player that could also be involved. We all know who that is, Israel. Anyway, they don't even want to go there. And that would make sense because I'm like, of course he doesn't want to look internationally. He doesn't want to look across that ocean and go, oh, those people over there, the tiny hats, they did it, because that's where it's leading. And that's why he doesn't want to entertain it, because then he has to, I guess, make notifications, get everybody on board, and they don't want to do that. So they want to stop it, boom, right here, so we can't go past that. Meanwhile, we're looking over that wall going, it was them. It was not that it was clearly them. There's definite avenues leading to them. Listen, I would die on the hill that it was, Israel, but if I had to stand in court, could I be like, no. On here, I can't. If I had to stand in court, I'd be like, I would say the possibility of them is there. There are just too many things that Charlie started doing in the end that would have definitely pissed Israel off. In fact, I got another video coming out where there were 2 videos that I think were the turning point, no pun intended, for Charlie Kirk. Now, Charlie Kirk woke up to this, Israel donor and stuff. He woke up to that late. Been in that game 30-something years, knowing that they're the cause of a lot of bullshit. And I'm not going to go down that road entirely, but that's another video for another day. The fact that the FBI, guys, doesn't want to entertain that international connection, if you will, or foreign connection, that's a problem. You're supposed to, as the FBI, follow any lead. As stupid as it might be, or as plausible as it might be, you're supposed to entertain it. Obviously, if someone goes, well, Mickey Mouse shot him, yeah, we're not going to entertain that. But if someone goes, well, there was a lot of things with him and people overseas, maybe we should investigate that one country over there with the little hats on. Maybe we should look at them, at the very least. But he can't. because he is a, what, the 7,000 APAC fucking member, right? He touched the wall and licked it or whatever the fuck they do over there. So he did that too. So he can't question them. Because if he does, I would almost guarantee he would lose his job immediately. He'd be out of a job. So he can't do that. So what does he do? Shuts it down. Now again, the shutting down thing, they're saying it's a rumor, but they're also saying that it's a rumor that he's not, there's no infighting. When I've heard reports from a week or two ago that there was infighting, and that was a rumor. And then an article came out this week saying that there was infighting, and the infighting was because he was trying to stop the foreign investigation part of it, being that I know where it led. I would bet my pension I know where it led. But he can't go there. So he has to shut it down now before he loses his job or ends up in a fiery car crash by accident, if you know what I mean. So again, guys, this is definitely worse than the JFK shooting because there are blatant blocks being thrown in this investigation. You got Tyler Robinson, who still hasn't said anything, and his father is getting the reward money. That's very suspect. And one article said that, well, he wasn't. He was going to donate it. I'm like, now he's donating it? First, one article said he wasn't getting that money. Another article said he was donating it. So what is it going to be? The middle ground right there is that he took it and he made his son the sacrificial lamb. It had to be that. Again, guys, all of this stuff is, rumor. There hasn't been any concrete stuff other than the only concrete thing is Tyler Robinson didn't speak and Tyler Robinson didn't shoot Charlie Kirk. That much I know. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.